8 p.m. Miss Sharon Fontenot passes this on to us each year. Some of the players, we'll just get you a couple of them. Johnny Allen, Roy Chafin, our friend that comes and plays for us at the Squirrel Cook-Off.
Guitar Gable.
Guitar Gable. He used to play right here at Toby's all the time. Tommy McLean, Charles Mann,
Willie T.
Jay Randall, Skip Stewart, Warren Storm.
How about Earl
Taylor on the saxophone. Good morning, Mr. Taylor. Willie T, Kenny Tibbs, Charles Vaillant. I mean, it's going to be, I went to this one approximately 3 years ago, and I really thoroughly enjoyed my evening. Go out and pass a good time.
Don't forget Eunice all weekend too at Mardi Gras. I'm going to show my hat. Every year they send me and you a hat, and I wore my shirt to match with the Mardi Gras crew in Eunice. Go by, nice big parade. It goes all the way around, like I said, into Acadia Parish and around. What do they call it backside? Perchville is the area. And it's, take me to remember, how you say it in French, Perchville? Do you remember?
Patassa.
That's it. They're going to go through Patassa.
And the children's is on Sunday in Eunice, right?
Sometimes do a boucherie as well.
And the children's, I think, is in Sunday in Mamou. I will be in Mamou. I want to invite all of my friends. I'm going to be at the Mamou Hilton, which is a term I use for my little apartment, which is inside of the same building that houses OPAC Financial Service.
Next door to the police station. So if you get in trouble, just wave at Bobby on your way to the jail.
Yes, and some of them do that too. They pick up a few, but they treat them nicely.
Welcome back, kids.
As soon as they sober them up, they get them
Everything
out of
gets better.
Everything gets better. But I'm going to be barbecuing on Tuesday, just like I have for the last 3-4 years now. I think this is the 4th year that I have the barbecue, and it's around the back of the building, and free drinks and good barbecue that I'm going to cook myself. In the front page of a recent Daily World, there was a article about Maurice Annette Walker. Well, we knew her as Maurice Johnson.
That's correct.
The young daughter of Morris Johnson, better known as Mr. Man. Mr. Man worked for me for umpteen years. That's a long time. And the mom was Miss Mary Lou Johnson. I think Miss Mary Lou is still alive. There, Freddie Herpin did a nice story on Maurice. She stays in touch with me on a regular basis. Last year, she brought her young daughter by, introduced her to me, and let her daughter know that this is a person that helped me, and what she was trying to instill in her young daughter was the fact that people that help you, don't forget them. And she is one. Well, that whole family have been
Connie Johnson, that worked with us for years. Sweetheart.
And what, Stella? Stella was, Stella went to Baton Rouge, I think it was. But anyhow, good people, a beautiful smile, and that's a natural smile.
How about one more obituary that you and I have is Mr. Jimmy Charles. A lot of people knew him from the Port Barre area. His dad had been an electrician, I guess, from the Arnaville area, that Paconya area. And Jimmy had done the same thing. Matter of fact, did the electric work at my mother's home in Port Barre. He passed away. The funeral is going to be at St. Leo's Church. You can go by. The visitation is going to be Monday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It hasn't made the paper yet. And the services are going to be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. there at St. Leo Church. They're going to bury him in Waukesha at the old Methodist Church there. The old Charles family, a lot of the old people are buried there in the Waukesha area. And of course, I knew Mr. Jimmy. His sister, Miss Iris LeBlanc, is Matt LeBlanc over here's mother. And then his daughter, Lisa Charles, I went to high school with Lisa over at Port Barre High. So my condolences to the family.
Their whole family, and myself. I've known Jimmy and Miss Iris, of course, and Iris's husband, Alan LeBlanc, Matt's dad, just good, solid folks. This is something kind of interesting here. Acadiana Bottling moving to Broussard. And they give a reason of why they're moving. They're located right now on Calais Saloon Road, and they're having a difficult time having their trucks making a left turn. They have to go down a ways, make a turn at that area, then work on back, and it's difficult and dangerous at the same time. Probably had an accident or something, because they mentioned something about the insurance matter in here. So they're moving to Broussard, where the area that they're moving to has been designated as an industrial area. So the access will be easier. Is going to be easier in and out.
I've read articles about some of these trucking companies that only go to the right. They set up all their routes that the trucker never has to turn left. They try to make it where he always goes right, because if you turn left, you're turning across traffic. You always want to go right where you're with the traffic. So it's interesting.
They're going to be constructing a new building on 14 acres of land in the B.O. Company's Industrial Park Exchange. And of course, B.O. Company's, one of the owners there is Mike B.O., my friend from The Point, Mike and Linda.
There you go. How about some more sponsors? Let's talk about Dixie Storage, all your storage needs. Man,
did I say who was going? I don't think I said a Cadiana Bottling Company. I did? Okay, good. All right.
Dixie Storage, all your storage needs. I went through Port Barre this week and I saw the new McCormick Civic Center. Did you see that? Oh, now making you think. You know, they've got the place that was a bingo parlor for a little while there in Port Barre. It was used as a restaurant. Nice big building. They're going to use it for events and that type of thing. So if you're looking to rent a building for receptions, for parties, any type of event, the McCormick Center, right there. And it's got a big sign on the front, McCormick Center.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they did it up.
I didn't see that. I missed that.
First class. Right there on Highway 190. Easy access. If your friends are coming from Baton Rouge, they're coming from I-49, they can find it easy.
I went to New Orleans last week and went to Baton Rouge this week, but I was riding and...
You went to I-10.
I went to I-10 because Don Stemmons was riding with me. Picked him up in Carencro at his place of business, Stemmons Horse Supplies.
Correct.
And we went on I-10.
The sign must be brand new because I just noticed it this week. So if you want that, if you want any kind of storage type stuff, they've got storage units all throughout, from little bitty storage if you just need to rent a small closet to put things in, up to bigger units, up to something to put your RV in, something that if you're a big company with pallets of stuff that you have to store, plenty of room. They've got locations throughout with loading docks, railroad spur access. They've got Dixie Trucking that can take care of delivering your loads and moving your inventory around for you. They've got A-plus Glass here and in Lafayette that also does any kind of glass work, from commercial to personal to changing your windshields and doing your inspections.
Mr. Randolph McCormick had a vision, and several of his buildings that he either built or bought and renovated were near or next to railroad tracks. He had a vision that railroads are going to be here. They're an economical way, if you're not in the biggest of hurry to get product from point A to point Z.
The most cost-efficient way to ship.
To ship is the railroad. And right there in Port Barre, he has a beautiful setup. We've been there before, and he also has the equipment to unload you. And no matter what the weight of your load is, he's got proper equipment for it. Talking about that, very nice announcement was made yesterday that Union Pacific Railroad is going to be making a huge additional investment in Addis, Louisiana, and they're going to starting off with a $200 million addition right now, and within a couple of years it's going to grow up to about a $500 million, what's the next? $500 million of dollars. So
that's a little number in Washington, D.C., but that's a big number in Louisiana.
That's good news, and what it does, it shows that the railroads plan on being here for the long run.
Now, if you got a connection in Addis, Louisiana, and you can help me to go take photos of trains over there, I want to take some photos, call me. I'd love to go. I love trains. I'd like to go take some pictures over there. That railroad yard is where they redo a lot of those engines and all those cars. Beautiful stuff that comes out of the thing there.
Years ago, when they built the little bitty diner in Livonia, Louisiana,
Penny's Diner,
I kept noticing a lot of cars, whether it was a Monday or a Tuesday or a Thursday, parked in front of the little motel there. So one Monday, it just started burning inside of me. On the way back, I'm going to stop there and find out what's going on.
Asking that cafe what they're up to.
So I pulled into the diner, sat next to a gentleman. He was, dressed. You could tell he had been out working somewhere else. I asked him, I said, what, do you know a little bit about this place? He said, yeah, I stay here and I eat here on a regular basis. I said, what kind of work you do? He said, I work for the railroad. I said, really? He said, yeah, we have a large plant about 5 or 10 miles from here where we recondition railroad cars. I said, really? I said, why all these people stay here? He said, well, they pull a shift of maybe 12 hours, then they come here and rest up, and then they leave, they clean the rooms up, and no.
Next shift comes
He says, this little hotel has 36 rooms, and Union Pacific has 32 of them leased on an annual basis. And he says they got the little diner, had to be part of it next door.
To make sure they got a meal to get.
That's right. And that...
Good hamburger there, too.
So I told this story to George Richard, my friend from Lafayette originally. But
our balloon friend?
Yeah, having trouble with location of the hot air balloon. Let's hope they find something, because that's a freebie that people really enjoy. Families
Beautiful
enjoy.
Thing to
Anyhow,
see.
I told George, and he says, he starts laughing. He said, I did the same thing last week. He says, it just was burning me up. Yeah. I had to find out what was going on over there.
How about one more sponsor before we go to a half-hour break? Dr. Carrie Thibodeauau, all your medical needs. He's a good board-certified surgeon. And I'll tell a quick story. I got a great nephew, Cameron Norris, who was involved in a little accident recently. The lady ran off the road. They were trying to help the lady come out, and the car was spinning the tires, blew the axle up, put some shrapnel into his leg from that axle blowing up when they're trying to help. Young kid, about, I guess Cameron must be about 14 years old. So he's had to have a lot of work done where this thing was cut and scraped up. And Dr. Carrie Thibodeauau called just to check on him to make sure he was okay. And so just to show you that his specialty is about healing, is about skin, to make sure that the leg is all okay. He's good at that type of thing, Dr. Carey is, and surgery, vascular type work, any type of wound treatment, if it's a wound from shrapnel type injuries, if it's from surgery, if it's from varicose vein type issues, he can handle all that as well, diabetic complications as well. See Dr. Carrie Thibodeauau here in Opelousas at the Opelousas General Health System. And it's time for our commercial break at the 3 minutes for TV and radio. Folks, we're going to see y'all on the other side of 3 with pictures.
With pictures.